Can you start by introducing yourself and tell us who you are and what you do?
Well, you know my name.
Hjörtur.
Hjörtur, yeah.
How do I say?
Hjörtur.
Hjörtur.
Yeah, sort of.
Now, I've got like millions of nicknames. Do you have any nicknames?
No.
Bugger. That's a marketing thing, right?
Yeah, it is actually.
See what I did there? See that's now going to lead into the you're a marketing king, right?
Yeah, that's my expertise. I do marketing, and I do well. Like I say on my blog, I like to explore the unbeaten path in marketing, go untraditional ways, and that's why I've been diving into social media and how you can use the new technology there for marketing.
Now let me just tell everybody why I'm interviewing you. I basically was coming here to cover the Iceland Fashion Week, but I just got so fed up with the fashion industry, I just needed some tech peeps. See what's happened?
So Cola tried to get the cops to tell me that I couldn't have the show on the sidewalk among the rocks.
Otherwise we'd be arrested.
Otherwise we would be arrested. And I showed them the sidewalk and I said, is it okay for the girls to walk in high heels on the sidewalk in between the rocks? They said, I don't think there's a problem.
Yeah, but apparently if we touch a rock or put a foot on a rock, we're going to jail in Iceland.
You're going to get arrested. This is a complete scandal here, Iceland Fashion Week. Basically, 9 of the designers have boycotted the show. Going back to my roots, and I googled tech peeps in Iceland, and your name came up in your blog, which is wonderful.
Okay, that's great to hear.
So you're very involved with tech and Twitter?
Yes, I am. I love the new technology. I'm actually an anthropologist originally, so I like to see how this is changing the way we communicate and how new societies are forming based on different grounds on the internet.
Okay, and before we talk about that, I just want you to tell me, because Mike Butcher is going to be proud. I just want you to talk about the startup community in Iceland. How is it? How big is it? How many startups you've got? How many entrepreneurs you've got?
Well, I got no numbers, but it's very active actually. And I mean, people have been saying that Iceland is in deep shit right now. And maybe we are, but then again, I mean, shit is a very good fertilizer for future growth. So I think a lot of good companies are going to come out of this. I mean, we got a lot of talented people that are now available, that have lost their jobs. They've got loads of ideas that they maybe had for years. Now's a chance to act on them and do something with them. And so we've been trying to create the environment that encourages people to follow their dreams and follow their ideas and do something with it.
Now, for our dumb viewers, can you just explain what's happened in Iceland? Actually, I didn't know before I did a bit of research, don't worry about it. Can you explain what's happened briefly, because I know it's a big story, but briefly what's happened in Iceland and why people are saying you're in deep shit?
Well, we had an economic collapse. So the 3 largest companies that were all banks, they went bankrupt. The currency fell 50%, and a lot of people lost all of their savings. A lot of people lost their jobs. Loans, many people had loans in foreign currency, which means they are now double as expensive as they were, while their house and the cars and everything has fallen in price. So people are like stuck with their investments and they can't get out.
And you know, Iceland's traditionally, you're a load of Vikings, you're a fishing nation, and then you suddenly went into banking and became one of the wealthiest countries in the world.
Yeah.
And you had no history in banking. You kind of looked at Wall Street and said, we can do that. Do you think that was part of the problem, that you hadn't had the sort of history?
Well, I don't know. Yeah, maybe. I mean, we have this. Like I say, we are fishermen. We are hunters, and so we just. I don't know. The bankers just went out there and they went after new opportunities, and they were very, fast moving, and we thought it was all a very positive thing. But they were big risk takers, and finally that caught up on us when the global economy went down.
And tell me, how bad did it get? Because like we've been in Reykjavik, something like that. Reykjavik.
Yeah.
And people are out eating. I don't know if it's just the tourists or what, but it doesn't. The country doesn't really feel like you're in an economic crisis.
No, of course everyone isn't as hard hit. There's still a lot of money around in Iceland, and we have actually before the crisis, Iceland was #1 on the list of UN of the best developed nations in the world. We have a very high education level. We have very good healthcare. We have very good infrastructure, internet connections, broadband, etc., etc. So we have excellent infrastructure. So it should be easy for us to build on that. And it's we need to remember that it's the banking industry that collapsed, and of course that affects all other industries. But we still have something that is going strong and doing good things.
I love the Icelandic attitude.
Yeah, I mean, we're fishermen, we've lost boats at sea. What can we do? We try to improve the weather report, we try to improve the boats, and we go out fishing again. We can't give up, we'll just starve to death. So